Okay, now it's time to piss a lot of you guys off because we're going to be talking about Scream 4. I will admit this is one of my favorites. It's in my top 3. I absolutely love this movie to death. And the only thing that I can really say about it, like right off the bat, is that this movie single-handedly features the goriest kill in the whole franchise, and that's with Olivia's death. It starts off with Ghostface calling Jill and Kirby, making it seem like he's in their closet when really he's in Olivia's. Then he kicks open the door and just fucking wrecks her shit. Stabs her through the hand, stabs her in the chest, and then just stabs her guts out, literally. When Sydney goes up into her room and opens up her bedroom door, she's literally laying next to her guts. Brutal. And I love it. I'm hoping in Scream 6 there's a kill that rivals that, but if not, that will remain on top. So, yeah, Scream 4 came out in 2011. For some reason, I didn't get to go see it in theaters, even though I begged my parents to take me to see it. I just never got to experience it in theaters, but when it came out on DVD, I bought it, like, the day of the release and watched it, and from there, I've been in love ever since. Yeah, I know some people hate it, and I will say I feel most of that hate is directed towards the opening, because, you know, you have this opening that starts off typical. You have two teenagers, you know, just chilling at their house, and one of them gets a text from Ghostface, and then a call, and then they get stabbed. And you think to yourself, well, that's basic, that happens every movie. But instead of getting the Scream 4 title card, you get stabbed 6. Okay, that's alright. And then it goes to Kristen Bell and Anna Paquin, I think that's her name, complaining about Stab 6. They're watching it in the movie. And Anna Paquin's just constantly bitching. And then Kristen Bell stabs her in the stomach. And you're like, oh shit. What is this? And then it's Stab 7. Alright, this is getting a little too much. And then it cuts to 2 other teenagers. And the same shit happens. But when this person gets stabbed, then you finally get Scream 4. About fucking time. And then from there on, the movie's great in my opinion. I agree with that opening being kind of shit and kind of being drawn out, but besides the Vaseline on the camera, I feel like this movie's pretty solid. Sydney is now an accomplished author. Her book is best-selling. So on her book tour, she comes back to Woodsboro, where Deputy Dewey has become Sheriff Dewey, and Gail is struggling to write a book. And they are married in this movie, living that good old suburban lifestyle. Sydney has a cousin named Jill, who they're distant, but they reconnect in this movie. And you find out that Jill is very jealous of Sydney. It's a big part of her reveal. Because, spoiler alert, she and some other dude who you really couldn't give that much of a fuck about. It's Macaulay Culkin's little brother. I think Rory Culkin plays Charlie. Well, Jill's jealous of Nev, and she wants that fame and success that she has. So she plans to, you know, stage a whole pretty much victim scene, like crime scene. That way she could be the only survivor and she can have her own like tragic story. But obviously she wants that, so it's not really tragic. But there's a scene in here that is like one of my favorite scenes in the entire franchise. It's probably my top 5, and it's where Jill stages herself to look like she's been attacked after she just fucking murks everyone, and you think she murks Sydney. She stabs her in the gut twice. She falls to the ground, passed out, and then Jill just fucks herself up, trying to make herself look like a victim. She grabs her ex-boyfriend, who she shot in the balls and the head, and scratches her face with his fingernails. Then she runs into a wall with the knife pointed at her shoulder. That way she stabs herself. And then she runs into a picture frame and then just choke slams herself through a glass table. Fucking brilliant. Yeah. Then she finds out that Sydney's not alive, or Sydney's still alive, and she goes to try to murk her again, and obviously that fails, but nobody at the end knows that she's a killer, so they're still singing her praises and like hailing her a hero. Yeah. Another kill that I really like in this movie is Officer Perkins. He gets fucking stabbed in the head and tries to get out with a fresh like stab wound in his forehead, throwing swings, and then he ends it with "fuck Bruce Willis" and falls down dying. I thought that was a cool scene too. Yeah. So, yeah, there's honestly, I don't really want to like get too much into it. That's why I call these like rambles and reviews, because I like to cover some stuff in the movie, but I don't want to like give away the whole plot. The only thing I would say is if you haven't seen this movie in a while, I would try going into it with a fresh mind again. Maybe you'll get something out of it. I definitely think it's way better than Scream 3, without a doubt. And I honestly think it's better than Scream 2. Sue me, but sorry. But yeah, overall, I would give this movie an 8.5. It's a good movie. Yeah, so that's it. Sorry it took over the weekend to get this out. And I was gonna do it Friday, but I completely forgot. Had something come up, but you're gonna get a review of Scream 5 on Friday. So stay tuned to that. And next week on Friday, you'll get my first like reaction to Scream 6, because it's finally fucking here. Thank God, finally. Anyway, have a good one. Thank you.